those names, they really connote something. That is because we have to do with, we are working with children. Anything you want to do with children, you have to ensure that you are starting right. That is, you are putting them on the right path, even in nutrition, to ensure that they are getting access to all that they need. And eat smart foods means that food products that are only not targeted to physical development of children, but also their cognitive development.
Okay, that's quite interesting. Hello everybody, you're welcome to Just for Women Africa. My name is Olaleko Amusa, the founder of Just for Women Africa. And here on Just for Women Africa show, we tell the story from the African woman's perspective. That is, the African woman's point of view. And today on the show, we're going to be talking nutrition, not just nutrition, but baby nutrition. African women are doing great things all over Africa. And here in Ghana, we have Vera Bonsu with us on the show.
Yes.
And she makes baby foods, right? The name of her company. Allow her to do that for herself when the time comes. But before we start the show, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend who knows a friend about Just for Women Africa. And we'd like to give thanks to our host, Tia Coffee House, here at Airport off the Patricia Road. They've been so nice to us. We host a lot of videos here. If you'd like to come over for a weekend, for breakfast, lunch, dinner, Tia Coffee House is the place to be. Just remember, Tia Coffee House. Okay, so we're about to start the interview, and welcome to the show, Vera.
Thank you so much, Daniel.
Tell us about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Vera Bonsu, and I'm a mother of 3 and a wife. And I have 2 girls and a boy, and I love doing anything concerning children that is targeted towards ensuring they are developing well. My hobbies are reading, researching, and combining food ingredients. And I have background in psychology, sociology, and political science, and project management.
Okay, that's quite interesting.
Yes.
Mixing of food, that should explain why you're in your current business. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your business. You run 2 businesses currently.
Yes.
What are the names?
Okay, so Start Right Nutrition Limited and eSmart Foods.
Start Right?
Yes.
And
eSmart.
how did you come up with those names?
I would say those names, they really connote something. That is because we have to do with, we are working with children. Anything you want to do with children, you have to ensure that you are starting right. That is, you are putting them on the right path, even in nutrition, to ensure that they are getting access to all that they need. And eat smart foods means that food products that are only not targeted to physical development of children, but also their cognitive development.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So when did you think it was important to start a business in the food industry targeted towards infants, babies?
Okay, I would say that my business idea didn't start on purpose that I really want to do this and I'm doing it. It started out of pure passion when I'm somebody who loves to read, and when I became a mother, I wanted to have food options for children which are locally made. That is ensuring that my child is getting access to the right ingredients. That is after breastfeeding. What does the child eat? 6 months, what is the child supposed to be fed on, to ensure that the child is not malnourished. And it was interesting to know that when I was reading most articles, Africa, which I feel is a continent which is rich in food ingredients, we were rather being tagged as a malnourished continent. So I felt, no, wait a minute, there's something wrong. I started reading around to see whether there have been a lot of innovations or actions that have been done to ensure that we, the Africans themselves, can fight this malnutrition menace, because I saw a lot being done by these foreigners trying to help us to fight. And I saw only few is being done, especially by the youth. Okay. So I decided to put myself in to help in my country, just the little that I can do, that is changing the mindset of most young women like myself, that we can add value to our local ingredients to also nourish our children, and invariably or indirectly I was helping them to also fight the malnutrition case.
Is malnutrition a really big issue here in Ghana? It
is really a big issue, because if you look at the percentages, malnourished children are higher than well nourished. And when we talk about malnutrition, it's not only underfeeding but overfeeding too. So obesity and undernutrition, that is underweight, both are malnutrition when you talk about it. And if you read all articles worldwide, WHO, FAO, what they say is that it is prevalent in the African continent. And you see, it's interesting. And we also are having access to the natural resource, so it's a serious issue. So most of the government funding actually sometimes go into fight malnutrition. Ghana Health Service is preaching to a lot of women about how to fight malnutrition, but what I felt was the gap is that we were not seeing a lot of practical things being done to fight it. You read, you are seeing it theoretically, but how can we change the mindset of mothers to really, in the comfort of their home, help to fight this menace? That is where the issue is. So because I notice most mothers do not know when, how and what to add to their child's nutrition. Some don't even know that before I start my child, I can even introduce the child to fruits and vegetables, because Ghana here, people are scared to even explore fruits and vegetables. They will say it will cause stomach upset. So when I started, I was adding very ripe pawpaw, blend it. I showed them you can blend it and add it to porridges. I had a lot of questions on Facebook. Hey, you are going to make your child have diarrhea. What is this? I have to now show them the benefits of the fruit. Have to show them that it doesn't easily provoke allergies in children. And when they try it, they come back with good feedbacks. So when I started, I would say that I was actually like a pioneer. I was doing this alone, but now I see a lot of women on Instagram, even in Ghana, young women doing the same thing that I was preaching. I was alone, so I was learning mostly from countries like UK, following them and their recipes. I was learning sometimes even from Nigerians, but in Ghana here I didn't see people having interest to come up with baby recipes from local foods. So I started that on Facebook, and I had foreigners even following me, because they thought, wow, somebody is doing something new. So when I prepared for my child, I just take pictures, and it was 5 or 6 years ago. Social media wasn't so much here. Even Instagram, people were not patronizing it. So I was doing Facebook. We didn't have these iPhones all over. So Technophone he used to take and he showed, and people were still interested in it. So sometimes I would say I do the cake posting, sometimes natural. You see the picture, this is what I give to my child. So all my children, right, for my child is almost 9 years, so I think I started it 9 years posting, but it turned into maybe people coming to know it more 5 years down the lane, because when I gave birth to my first daughter, that's when I started talking about it. So even now my last child, she's 1.5 years, I show her how she enjoys her food with the fruits and all, and people sometimes say, oh, my child is going to be just like your baby. She's encouraging us at home. I even show her video to my child is eating like that. So the fulfillment of trying to help other mothers is even okay for me. In what I do.
All right, that's quite interesting. And of course, before you started doing the production, you wrote a book.
Yes.
Can we have a book? A book here?
Yes, please.
Why did you decide to write the book?
Yes, so I would say that I was posting the recipes in bits. So I was
hold the book.
Yes, you can. I was posting the recipes in bits on Facebook. And people will go, and sometimes you see the recipe goes down and they'll come back and say, Madam, you posted a recipe on this, we can find it. And then it was tough for me to maybe go back and take the same recipe and repost. And some also suggested, why don't you put it in something for us that we can get access to? So I decided, all the interesting recipes they've loved, I'm going to read more, add more value, and even give it to health practitioners to look through. So when I combine and I wrote it, so sometimes in the evenings I sit down and I'll be typing, and I would say maybe God also gave me a lot of insight
Okay.
On it. So after typing, I gave it to a health practitioner to look through for me, and she said, "This is perfect. How come you should add banana?" Even she was asking more questions. I said, "Well, my own is practical. What I do at the comfort of my own, but I have to ensure I'm using foods that will not provoke allergies. If it is low in allergy, I know about 80% or 90% children will love it."
Yeah.
So that's how come the book came into, and it was surprising. In 2018, when we launched the book, I just printed 500 copies. It was sold off that same day.
Sorry? 500 copies?
Yes, it was sold off that same day by customers who were following me on WhatsApp and on Facebook.
Wow.
That was the kickstart, or that gave a very firm foundation to what I was doing. Then I saw, oh, then I'm doing something good, not because of the money, but because I saw people believed in it.
Wow. And when did you first write the book? What year was this?
2018.
Wow.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
The name of the book, or
Start Right.
Start Right. First African infant and toddler recipe book, right? And let me just go through the book. I must say the printing is really, really good, up to international standard.
Yes.
It's really lovely. Okay, we have the content here. African Guide to Healthy Eating for Kids, 0 to 6 months. Then we have introduction, the big questions, baby first food, recipe 6 to 7 months, recipe 8 to 10 months, recipe 10 to 12 months, recipe 12 to 24 months. Then food safety for your family, then sample meals. Wow, it's really good. It's a 63-page book.
Yes.
So wow, this is really, really good. I'm sure you can see the pictures as we're talking about it. This is really, really good. So, and of course, a lot of women have access to this?
Yes, a lot of women. Hospitals, RAGE, I was lucky, we were called by the head of the RAGE department then, Dr. Mameya. She called us and she bought 10 copies for the doctors.
Oh, that's nice.
So sometimes I get calls, somebody will say, oh, my doctor said I should buy a recipe book. Say, which doctor? They mentioned the name, I don't know. Then I say, okay, you can get it here, you can get it here to buy. So a lot of women have it in their home because we've printed over 2,000 to 2,500, 3,000 copies.
Wow, that's really quite, that's good. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Okay, before we go into your products from Start Right and Eat Smart Foods, what have been some of the challenges since you started production and since you started your business, 2018?
Yeah, I would say that being a woman and being an entrepreneur, it comes with a lot of challenges. If you are not getting a passion that is pushing you, you cannot get far. Because when you have to have a passion, that tells you that I have a purpose that I want to achieve. And my purpose is, I would love that my country, Ghana, is low in malnutrition.
Okay.
That is my purpose. And so I see something good is being done or something tangible is being done, I'm not resting.
Okay.
So that's what keeps me awake each day.
Okay.
To be able to continue. So you have to have a passion because the challenges will come. One, the environment. Some will say, okay, there are a lot of businesses opportunities in Ghana for women, but the challenges are more. One, a lot of people have idea, but the funding, the funds, who is going to support me? You have to first fall on family and friends to support. One, if you are not your own cheerleader, you have to get people who believe in what you want to do.
Exactly.
Along the line, most of the people will fall off, especially when it's not yielding a lot of money, because people will join you for various reasons. Not because you are the vision bearer. Somebody will join you not because he or she believes in your vision, because he or she have seen that this can yield money, but you are saying, let's grow this to a point.
Exactly.
Let's make the impact. And most Africans will not understand why the impact. You know, the whites, they understand what it takes to make impact. So their impact transforms into funding.
Exactly.
But in Ghana here, we need the money first before the impact. But I needed the impact before the money. So the challenge is that you have to get people who believe in you.
Okay.
For me, I would say my customers believe in what I do, and it's a plus for me.
Okay.
So I always believe whenever I launch something, my customers will be there to push it. And they've been marvelous. They've been marvelous. There have been some who have followed and been buying my products over 5 years now, and they still buy. and they refer people. I get calls. So Auntie Vera, this lady said I should call you. She buy your product. This person said, and that is how we get it. Another challenge we face is manufacturing business is quite a dicey area.
Okay.
Mine is for babies.
Okay.
You can't just do anything for children.
Okay.
First of all, it's people's treasures you are dealing with, babies.
Exactly.
If you don't sit down and do your combinations well, somebody child's take it, boom, there is an issue that is going to run you down and your brand.
Exactly.
So a lot of sacrifice goes into baby food combination. You need to also test them with Ghana standard FDA, and it's a long process because they also want to make sure that what you are giving to children is the right thing. You have to do your nutritional facts clearly on your box, that this is what the child is and will be getting. You have to declare most of your ingredients on your boxes, and all this thing is time.
Okay.
And I'm a family woman. I have to combine this. Some of the things you have to be there yourself.
Okay.
Like going to FDA, mostly I go myself because you send a staff member, they ask 1 or 2 questions, so or she cannot, although they've been trained. You have to be there and be doing following up. And when I was registering this one, I told you I was following up over a year because I was doing over 5 to 6 products with them at a go. I'll be driving there, going, they'll say you have this letter, the letters to be released in pieces, come for your test results at Ghana Standard. Oh my God. You have to go for trainings. I had done training, but I had to retrain again my staff members for them. You have to do your food handler certificate and your staff members to show you can handle food. You don't have any disease. So all these things, I call it challenging because it's time consuming. And it has to do with money.
Yeah.
You have to put in money to register your products with Ghana Standard, get your food handlers certificate, ensure that the staff members are well trained. You have to have a standard production floor.
Yeah.
Because FDA requires 3 spaces for production.
Okay.
Yes, 3 spaces where you put your raw material, where you process, and where the finished products must be.
Okay.
They will come and check. So at least all this has to do with funding. Secondly, machines to add value. You can't be doing manual every time because the manual is stressful. When we started, we were doing most manual, but it's stressful. So if you are bringing in machines, I spoke to some few Ghanaians, can you do this machine for me? Oh no, some will take your money, they will mold the machine, but it can't work.
Oh dear.
Because there are certain parts they need to import, they won't do it. You chase them, you only have to leave your money. So I have to import most machines to be able to do my production. And if it comes in and a staff member doesn't handle it when it breaks down, it's the cost for your company. So these are some of the challenges. You have to also make sure that your book records are good in what you are doing, up to date. You have to be current in what you are doing. You have to see what others are doing to be current so that you can remain relevant. And ours become tougher because I also sell on social media more. Okay. So social media, you have to have content which is interesting. You have to wake up and craft something that people will believe in it. Somebody can come call you and sometimes attack you from nowhere. Send messages which can discourage you. But they don't know the effort. And others will encourage you. So the first thing is that if you don't have a purpose, you will face a lot of the challenges and you just give up.
That's lots of challenges.
Yes, that's a lot of challenges. And it's the reality.
Okay, let's go straight into your products. Okay. I can see you brought some here. Let's have a look at them.
Okay, so we have the Smart Food Oat Veggies Powder.
Okay, this for infants?
Yes, from 6 months plus.
What's this made from?
It's made from oats, coconuts, green beans, sweet potatoes.
Okay.
So it's a combination of these 4 and other ingredients that sometimes you can choose not to declare.
Okay, I'll put this here.
Yes. So this one is purposely made to ensure children are getting access to their daily protein, fat, carbohydrates, and energy levels. So all these nutritional facts are declared as far to the tune of 10.2. I tested them with Ghana Standard. Okay. And before I could declare them on my box. Okay. So we have that. Then we have the Smart Foods yellow corn and carrot powder. Okay. So in Ghana here we grow yellow corn, but mostly most parents were using the white corn. That's what we call mori cocoa.
Okay.
Mori cocoa. But when you read about cases of malnutrition, one of the main causes is the fall in iron level in children, which leads to anemia.
Yeah.
But yellow corn is rich in beta carotene, is very high in iron than the white corn.
Yeah.
So we decided to add value to yellow corn.
Okay.
To make it nutritious for children. And you know, recently the government started talking about our own local rice.
Yeah.
So I use local rice too for this product.
Okay, which brings me to the next question. All the products, the raw materials are locally sourced, right?
Yes, the raw materials are locally sourced.
They're locally made too?
They are locally made.
Okay.
Yes, on that.
Okay, we'll come to that after the show.
Then I have the brown rice powder with tiger nuts.
Brown rice with tiger nuts?
Yes, with tiger nuts powder.
For 6 months?
Yes, for and above. The chubby nutty legume mix powder.
Chubby nuts.
Yes.
Interesting name. How did you come up with the name?
Yeah, the names
chubby
are,
nuts.
yes, it's I don't know, but you know, Food and Drugs Board have specific names, so you have to be very sure. If you take some of the names, they can change it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't really have the power to do that.
They have the power to do that. So your name must be unique, and they always make sure you have your brand name on top. The brand must be on top. So this product, all the product, whenever you are mentioning the name, you must add the brand name to it, because you can have some people with the same name but different brand name.
So this is chubby nuts. It's for 7 months.
Plus, because it's made up of diverse legumes, and 6 months they cannot process legumes very well.
Okay. So we have our the last one.
Yes, our sweet potatoes and veggies powder.
Sweet potatoes and veggies
yes,
powder.
made from the orange flesh sweet potatoes and other essential ingredients like sorghum, melon seeds, and red potatoes.
Okay, that's nice.
Yes, you know, the late Kofi Annan was really preaching a lot about orange flesh sweet potato, but you know, when he passed away, I don't know whether he's initiated it.
So still going. Okay, so these are but do you have more products, or these are all of them?
We have extra products, but I'm able to bring
these are those ones.
Yes.
Okay, that's quite interesting. All right, guys. So we have from Smart Eat Smart Foods the potatoes and veggies powder for 6 months. We have the chubby nuts from Eat Smart Foods for
7 months.
7 months. Then we have the powder with tiger nuts for 6 months from Eat Smart, and we have the yellow corn and carrot powder for 6 months, and we have the oat veggie powder for 6 months, all from Eat Smart Foods. That's really quite impressive.
Thank you.
That's quite impressive. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about business. What is it? And earlier you were talking about the challenges about being a woman, but what is it actually like running a business in Ghana as a woman? Is there lots of challenges? Do people look at you differently because you're a woman doing business? Do they look like you and go like, why are you doing business? Leave it for the men. So what are some of the challenges? Do you feel it's a man's world?
Yes, very, very true. We have only few women doing businesses, let me say, that have the name in Ghana. You know, we have a lot of young girls now doing businesses, mainly online. But the question is, how many are able to transform it into a scaling up business?
Exactly.
A scaling up business is something that you are always bringing something new. You have good channels that you supply your products to. People know your brand to a level. That one, even I would say that in Ghana here, I'm here to see a multinational company that is owned by a local woman who is a Ghanaian. And sometimes my worry, because I ask myself, well, we can do it, but it's to still be tough. But if we have women there who are running multinationals, like we have the men whose name are all over, they have a lot of multinationals and holdings, then we can be looking up to them here in Ghana. So one of the challenges is that we don't have a lot of mentors of women who have been able to build multinationals. I would say it. I'm yet to see, especially in nutrition.
Okay.
I'll be happy to see a woman who has a multinational in nutrition in Ghana, and I'll be glad to submit to be mentored by such a woman. And another thing is that women, well, now I can say we are sometimes also favored in areas.
Okay.
Yes, if you are running a business, not every area that they look at you that you a woman, you shouldn't be doing this. Sometimes you go to certain areas. Like when I was testing my products at Ghana Standard, I was always following up. One day, two people came up to me and said, "Madam, we like the way your enthusiasm of coming here every time to check whether your results are in."
Yeah.
They gave me a free book from there on aflatoxins that I should read, and I said that maybe if I wasn't a woman and I was always following up, I wouldn't get that opportunity. Sometimes you go to offices and people want to help you.
Really?
Yes, because you are a woman. I'm telling you, in Ghana.
Wow,
and they have to, but they have to see the enthusiasm. They have to see the enthusiasm first. Say, this woman is behaving like a man. So we have to help her. So now that it's a new brand, we have to take our time and do our homework very well. And we are looking at, in the near future, we'll do it in ready to mix. This is not ready to mix. It requires 5 minutes cooking. We are thinking of going to ready to mix and smaller sachets that you can just do like what Nestle does. And that one I know is time and research, because I'm somebody that when I want to do something, I want to do it and do it well.
Yeah.
I don't want, if there are times if somebody brings me one negative feedback about the product, I think I'm down the whole day and I just go back and read what can I do right.
Yeah.
And I come back. So usually the future is for us to become a household brand name.
Okay. And of course internationally too.
And international.
Okay. All right. So that's what, for people who've been watching, who love your products, they've enjoyed the interview, they want to make orders, can you give out your contact details on how to get in touch with you?
Okay, so when you Google eSmartFoods, www.esmartfoodsgh.com, it takes you to our website, whereby you can see our products, you can read on it, and you can order from the website. Then you can also contact me on 055-035-2976. Then our email address, you can email us on esmartfoodsgh1@gmail.com. Instagram too, start right, you get us. Facebook, World Healthiest Food for Babies, will be there for you.
Okay. I'm sure you can see her details below as she was mentioning it. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you, Daniel.
I encourage everybody to go out and buy Eat Smart Food for your infants and babies. It's really good, nutritious. Packaging is up to international standards. I love the packaging, and I encourage everybody who has a child or a baby to go out there and buy the food. Okay, Vera, do you want to end the show for us?
Yes. So I would like to say a very big thank you for the opportunity with Daniel. I think you are doing something great for women. At least coming to sit here to talk about what I'm doing goes to reaffirm that I have to continue, because somebody believing in you is a plus for me. So thank you so much, and I encourage everyone to follow Daniel. The name just for women. Yes, just for Women Africa on Instagram. He's patient, and he comes, he identifies us and says, you are doing something great. He wants to be interviewed. And so thank you so much for the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to serving every caregiver with eSmart Foods for your baby. Thank you.
All right. Okay, everybody, you heard it from Vera Bonsu, the CEO of eSmart Foods, and I encourage everybody, go out, buy eSmart Foods for your babies and your infants. Nutritious, good, locally made, all ingredients locally made. And till the next show from Vera and I, it is
bye.